going to make a comparison today between implosion versus emergency plan. In my opinion, implosion is a calculated emergency plan. So I'm going to show an example. How do we get prepared for implosion and how do you act during an emergency plan? We have 7 steps that we must follow. Doesn't matter if you're dealing with implosion or emergency plan. If you follow these steps, you're ready to act. First one, isolation of affected area. Vulnerable points, agencies involved in the operation, specific duties of agencies involved in the operation. There are legal representatives and contacts, resources available by agencies in the operation, mapping of the agencies involved in the operation. That was the implosion that we made on the end of December 2010, the hospital implosion. And we imploded only part of this building right here. So we had to remain intact, this building here. So we isolated this area right here, 200 meters area that we isolated for this implosion. We had several vulnerable points during this implosion. We had the hospital itself, because part of the hospital was still had to remain intact. We are dealing with explosives inside the building. We had a road, this road right here, that takes to the airport of the city. We had some dorms around this area right here, because some students were living over there. We had an institute around this area right here, and we also had some pets around this area right here that we had to take care of. These pets were there for studies, so we had to worry about them. Because it was a federal hospital, we had to involve the state civil defense and the city civil defense, the state police, the Air Force, the specific agency that works with explosives, the fire department, the Navy, the university itself, the water, the light company, traffic company, the airport. There was an airport really close to here, and we had to change flights. We had to change the route of the flight. So we had to tell the people that they couldn't go to the airport during the specific time of the day. We also had the cleaning company and the city police involved in the operation. I'm just going to say one duty on this case, so I'm going to focus more on the other 2 examples I'm going to show you about the emergency. The civil defense of the city coordinates all the actions of agencies belonging to City Hall, provides cars and personnel to assist implosion. We make specific duties for every agency, so everybody knows what they have to do during the implosion. We must have listed the name of the agencies, their representatives, and their contacts, because somehow you are passing by someone else's problem and you must call them right away. So it's important to have their contacts to keep in touch. Communication in this case is very important. Then you have to list the resource available by each agency. We have the civil defense of the city and the state. They have people and cars involved. The university, they had some guards and some fruits, because this implosion was at 7 o'clock a.m., so some people had to stay overnight, so the universities brought all the food for everybody. The state police had some people in cars as well. The Air Force had some people at the airport. The specific agency of explosives had some people in some cars that were inside the building with us. We had the fire department that also had some people, some trucks, and some radio. That everybody had a radio, so we can communicate easily during the operation. The Navy had some people in some boats, because we had a lake close to the implosion. Natural gas, water agency, and light company, they all brought some people to turn it off everything and turn it on after implosion and check if everything was okay after the implosion. The airport, as I said before, they had to change flights and make all the necessary arrangements during the operation. The cleaning company brought some trucks and some people to clean the road, the main road that takes to the airport, so we can get the road free as soon as possible. The city police had some people walking with these small cars around the campus to make sure that nobody was getting inside the area. So mapping of the agencies. So we have here the cleaning company that had to clean this road as soon as possible. The Navy staying right here. The traffic agency right here. The airport. The gas, water, and light company right here, waiting for anything, waiting for the implosion itself. We also had the police and also the specific agency here, all inside the implosion area, taking care of the explosives. And some other people from civil defense, the university, and fire department spread all over the campus. So we also had some agencies on standby. After the implosion, they had to stay on standby to make sure that everything was okay, everything was clean, and everything was ready to go back to normal after the implosion. I'm going to show you now an explosion that happened in Rio. It was the end of November last year.
Da explosão.
There is a building here. You'll see some people walking.
A imagem impressionante do momento.
That's 7 o'clock in the morning on Monday. So on Saturday, there was a restaurant in here on the first floor, and some people probably left the gas open from Saturday to Monday. So when someone got inside the building, turned on the lights, just exploded. So I've never seen anything like that in my life. So nobody believed that this kind of thing could happen, you know, but that is what happened after we cleaned everything and check out that was going on. Again.
Pessoas que morreram estavam exatamente ali na frente na hora dessa explosão. São imagens impressionantes registradas por essa câmera ali na Praça Tiradentes. Vamos chamar a atenção também, quem tiver algum problema em casa, no prédio,
I was lucky before because it was 7 o'clock. If it was 8 o'clock, probably a lot of people would be dead. Yeah, 5 people dead in this accident.
Impressionante.
So that's how it looks like right after the explosion. So, again, another picture showing everything was destroyed right here. We had a bottom floor here, also where they kept the gas was on the bottom floor. That's a picture from behind the building, and somehow there was a guy that was standing right here, and he fell, and he was alive. You know, after 15 minutes, he showed up in the front of the building alive. So it's amazing. Again, another picture. So we're now going to follow these 7 steps again. So, but now dedicated to emergency plan. Isolation of the affected area. Right here you can see the area totally isolated. Right here, you only see the fire department here. You know, some specific people working inside the area. Vulnerable points. We had a hotel in here. These 2 buildings here were commercial buildings right here. So we totally evacuated all of them. When we noticed that this explosion happened, we had to evacuate everybody. Then, after maybe 3 or 4 hours, we noticed that the cause was just an explosion caused by gas. We let the people of the hotel come back, and also the people of this building go back to work. Agencies involved. We had the cleaning company, the civil defense of the city, fire department, light company, the state police, natural gas, water company, and traffic company. Specific duties. The cleaning company had to clean the road as soon as possible. Civil defense, risk assessment, provides cars and personnel to assist the families involved, evacuation of neighboring buildings. Fire department, prompt serves in case of accidents, search for people in the debris. In this case, there were no people in the debris, only the one that was alive, because all of the people that were inside, 2 people inside, they were thrown outside of the street. They fell over 100 meters away from the building. And light, they had to power shut down in the region because we didn't know what happened, so we just said, hey, turn the lights off because we didn't know what caused the accident, so we just said turn it off so we can check it out later. The state police provide 2 vehicles to assist surveillance 24 hours, assist in the isolation area. Natural gas, check if there's natural gas in the area. In this case, there was no natural gas, so it was okay. It was only the contained gas, they placed inside the restaurant, so it's not allowed, but they put inside the restaurant the gas, so that's what caused the accident. Closed ingress of water in the building because we had a lot of water going on the bottom floor, so we had to close so we could start cleaning up. The traffic company prohibit vehicular traffic and create alternative access because it was in downtown Rio, a lot of cars passing by. And again, we got all the agencies involved, their contacts and their phone numbers, so we could always be in touch with them. Because we didn't work at night in this case here, so something happened during the night, so we need to be in touch with everybody. Resource available by agencies. We had civil defense people and cars, the state police also brought some people and cars, traffic agents, some people and cars, natural gas, water and light company, again, some people to go there and take a look, fire department, some people, radios and trucks, the cleaning company, some people and some trucks. As you can see, most of the resources are basically the same, so we are dealing basically with a very close operation. Mapping of the agencies. Right here is the traffic. The explosion happened right here. So we had the civil defense here and the fire department, both working inside the area right here. But we had one spot here of the civil defense they were dealing with the families involved, the dead family, the dead people, the family involved here. So we also had the police closing the area right here, and also the cleaning company cleaning the road in this area. So now I'm going to show you some pictures of our job inside the building. So that's me. That's an excavator that we brought right away. There's a light company turning down, shutting down the energy. That's how it looks inside the building. A lot of papers, all kind of, there was office inside, so we had all kind of material in here. We tried to save as much as possible, but as you can see, it was not very easy. We closed, we had 3 lanes here of street. We closed 1.5, so we could put our excavator here and load the trucks outside the area. But at least we left some street for vehicles, so to minimize the impact on traffic. And we also put a bobcat inside the bottom floor to help bringing all the debris so we can clean it up faster. So it took us 5 days to remove everything in this building. Now we have a collapsed building also in downtown Rio. I mean, you couldn't see, but you can see the people, running from the collapsed buildings. Also another one here. It was right in the middle of downtown. So the lucky thing is that this collapse happened at 9 o'clock at night. So if it was at 7 o'clock, probably we would have like 200 people dead. But we had, unfortunately, only 22 people dead in this accident. So this the building, these 3 buildings here. This first building collapsed first and fell over these 2. So all of these 3 buildings are gone. It's a picture of them before and later. That's right after the collapse. You can see the dust in here, The fire department, they got there first, so they went there looking for bodies. And they found only one person alive. The guy was inside the elevator, so somehow the guy just grabbed the foot of some fireman over there. So he was a very lucky guy. So again, 7 steps again. Isolation of the affected area. As you can see here, the area is being isolated right here. Vulnerable points. We have a commercial building here. We have a theater here, and this building belongs to a theater. So it was easy to evacuate. But this building here, we had to stay 1 week without letting the people come inside the building. Because we had right here on the back of the building, we had part of the structure that was attached to the building. So we had to remove this first to let the people get inside later. As you can see here, all the traffic going on. Right there is the main street of downtown. Agencies involved. As you can see, all the same agencies involved on the explosion that I showed you. Again, cleaning company, clean the road. Risk assessment provides cars and persons to assist the families involved. Evacuation of neighboring buildings. Prompt serve in case of accidents, search for people in debris. That's for the fire department. The light company, power shutdown in the region, providing power generator. In this case, we need a generator to stay work day and night because we had 22 people inside the debris. So we are trying to somehow, there's always a hope, especially for the families. So we had to keep looking for someone alive in the debris. Provide 5 vehicles to assist surveillance 24 hours. Assist in the isolation area. We need 5 vehicles because it was in the middle of the city, middle downtown. A lot of people trying to take a look at the building, so we needed 5 vehicles during the whole day. Natural gas. Check if there is natural gas in the area. And there was natural gas, but they just closed it right away. The water, close the ingress of water in the building, and we'll also provide some water trucks to minimize the dust, because there was a lot of dust in the area. Traffic company, prohibit vehicular traffic and create alternative access. Same thing again. All the agencies involved, their phone numbers and their contacts. Resource available. As you can see, the same resource available by the same agencies. So after a while, you're dealing with the same companies, so we start knowing each other really well, so we start to making a good team between different agencies. So that's how we feel now. Mapping of the agencies. So we have the traffic working right here. Right here was the building. Civil defense of the city, fire department. They will also put a standby point right here. There was also a civil defense point right here to talk with the families of the dead people. Then we start our job. You see here, we isolating the area. There's a picture right after the collapse. The very next day, we had the generators already, a lot of excavators, cleaning everything, looking for, as you can see here, it's the guy from the fire department looking for bodies, and also throwing water all the time. Cleaning the road, whatever debris that we were removing from the building were placed on the road, so this cleaning company was just throwing it on the landfill. That's a picture of throwing water. As you can see here, part of the building was intact. So we wanted to demolish this first, because it was very risky condition here. But the mayor said, no, we have some live people over there, let's look for live people. And so we had to work, we had to clean everything in here. Then afterward, we cleaned this up. So it was a very risky condition, but we tried to do our best over there. And the very next day we start, closing the area to avoid anybody to get inside the area because it was kind of dangerous over there. As you can see here, the people from the civil defense and the fire department all the time working together. You can see here the people here looking for bodies again. That's on the next, on the building on the side. You know, we had to make a manual cleaning on the side before we remove this whole structure here. So that's it. Thank you so much.